So today I am with John Tankersley with Pine Street Insurance. Welcome, John.
Thanks for having.
And we are going to talk about homeowners insurance from a new perspective, from buying new construction, because there's a lot of benefits to buying new construction all around, but one of the major ones is homeowners insurance. And so we have a couple of topics to talk about that. And lower cost all the way around for new construction. But one of the main thing is going to be your insurance premium, which that can, sometimes if you have that taken out in your mortgage, that could save people sometimes several $100s a month in a mortgage payment.
Yeah. One of the things, Misty, and thank you again for having me on this morning. It's no secret that the property insurance market for Florida has been pretty crazy the last probably 4 or 5 years. And
Mhm.
the only section of real estate inventory that was not dramatically affected by all of the changes and the pricing was new construction. Relative to everything else, it has been largely immune from all of the insurance calamity that lots of folks have faced when it comes to homeowners insurance.
Yeah, for sure. Because I know some people on the resale market that, their homeowners insurance had gone up tremendously on the resales, which on someone that had bought a resale home. So another thing that would be impacted would be like you mentioned, your renewal path. So for someone who bought a resale home, the option for being able to renew, um, it could be impacted as well as opposed to on a new construction where you're pretty much going to be guaranteed your renewal.
That's a great point. And what you have to understand is that if you're a home buyer and you're purchasing a home, let's say it's built in 2005, it's 20 years old, it's got an original roof, we can get insurance for you. Okay. But to your point, the pathway on each renewal could be something that the carrier comes back and says, hey, look, at the second renewal, at the third renewal, we're going to have to deal with this. If you want to get renewed, we need another inspection showing the life expectancy of the roof is good, or we need you to put on a new roof. So, new construction, you're in great shape when it comes to the renewability of your policy with no major red flags for a long time. You've got a pretty long runway there.
And that is definitely something that as a real estate agent, I run into all the time on resale homes. And it tends to be about 10 years is
Yeah.
where the insurance companies are kind of flagging a roof. And, we can have a roof that was put on in 5 years, but the wear and tear of the roof looks like a roof that's 15 years old. Or you can have a roof that's, 15 years old and it looks like it's 5 years old. So it just on your renewal, when they require new inspections and things like that. So you run that risk of being able to renew that and then having the extra cost of the additional and the inspections for the upcoming insurance.
Yeah, and I think that the line in the sand for most homeowners when it comes to a roof age is about 15 years.
Mhm.
Now, we've got carriers that can extend insurance well beyond that life, but the availability of insurance goes down and the premium goes up. So, to
Mhm.
your point, about 15 years is about what you need to consider as a home buyer in terms of I'm going to have to deal with this roof issue every renewal, or I'm coming up to a point in my renewal where 2 or 3 years down the line, I could potentially have, a carrier come back and say, we need a new roof inspection.
Mhm. And upfront, at a cost to a homeowner, they're going through having to put their down payment down, closing costs, things like that, and
Yeah.
and inspections. And we do recommend on the regular inspection that it's buyer's choice, but to have an inspection done. But you had mentioned that on some of the new construction, like they wouldn't have to have a 4 point or some inspections like that just because of everything being new.
Yeah, another benefit for new construction is when you're purchasing insurance, and it's a new construction home, the 4 point inspection and the wind mitigation inspection, which are insurance specific inspections, and again, they're aimed at homes that are typically 15 years or older, you're exempt from those. So you don't have to pay for those inspections, which combined in Central Florida is about $200 to $250. So you don't have to have that cost.
Mhm.
And the second thing that you need to know is that the premium is going to be very, very low relative to other risks with other houses that have older homes and older roofs. I can tell you this right now, in terms of some of the carriers that we're dealing with when it comes to new construction, and you're talking about a purchase price between 350,000, 450,000. These premiums can be below $1,000 a
Mhm.
year. I mean, it's very, very dramatic, and
Mhm.
that's a positive. And when you have a home that's got new construction, not only do you have to not get those two inspections, not only is the premium going to be lower, but the automatic credits from the wind mitigation are going to be applied to the policy. So you're going to get the best price available from the inception of you buying a home that's new construction.
Mhm. And you're going to get those discounts automatically. It's going to save you money up front with not having to pay that extra couple $100 when they're putting down their down payment and closing cost, and then lower monthly cost all around. We kind of talked about that in the beginning.
Yeah,
That sometimes can be significant for, a couple, $300, $400 a month in mortgage. And sometimes that could be a factor that would price a buyer out of the market,
yeah.
because it's gonna, their debt to income ratio is gonna exceed the limited amount because of things like this. So, one things as
Mhm.
a realtor I look at is, what are, the price of the property, the taxes, HOAs, and homeowners insurance, because those all together form someone's mortgage payment,
That's right. It's plus, plus, plus. And as you mentioned earlier, if your debt to income ratio, let's say you're a first time home buyer,
right?
and that this process can be pretty arduous, and your debt to income ratio is very, very thin. Having a home that's new construction is going to work way in your favor because the cost estimate for hazard insurance, that's what the mortgage folks call it, is going to be extremely low. And it's going to give you a little space, a little cushion when it comes to your monthly payment as it relates to your debt to income ratio.
Absolutely. Plus, new construction all around, you have a peace of mind. Everything's new. You got the builder's warranty, and it's just, it's kind of like having a new car smell. Everybody loves new.
That's right.
Well, thanks, John, for your time today and all of the helpful information, and John's contact information and Pine Street Insurance. Their contact information will be there, so don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions.
Thanks so much for having me, Misty. And just want to share with your audience and your viewers that we insure homes of all ages.
Mhm.
There's definitely benefits to new construction, which we're talking about today. But we're here to help and appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. Thanks again, John. We'll talk to you soon.